Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Azhar Ali. Today I am going to present the first lecture of first week for the course Numerical Analysis. This course is for fourth semester of BE Electrical Engineering students. Today my first topic is Introduction to Numerical Analysis and Errors. Before starting the first topic of this course, I would like to give an idea about the course learning outcomes. In this course, we will discuss different numerical methods, techniques or algorithm for the approximate solution of mathematical problems. So after completion of this course, students enable to learn a broad range of numerical methods for solving mathematical problems that arise in science and engineering. The question is that why we need numerical methods and what are its characteristics and what are its importance. Dear students, when we solve a mathematical problem by analytical methods, then by any other sources we cannot find the solution of a mathematical problem by analytical methods. So in this case we use numerical methods, and these numerical methods give an approximate solution for the mathematical problem. Now, dear student, let me tell you about the range of topics which will be covering in this course. In this course, we will discuss different topics like approximations, error, differences operators, interpolation of polynomial, numerical differentiation, numerical solution of non-linear algebraic equation by bisection method, by Newton-Raphson method, by secant method, by false position method, and by fixed point method. Other topics like solution of system of linear equation by direct methods, by indirect methods. By direct methods mean we solve the system of linear equation by Gaussian elimination method and Gauss-Jordan method. And by indirect methods mean we solve the system by Jacobi method and Gauss-Seidel methods. Other topics like numerical integration, numerical solution of differential equation by Euler method and Runge-Kutta method. Now I am going to tell you about the introduction of this course. As I told you in the previous slide, from the course learning outcome, we noticed that this course deals with the study of methods, techniques or algorithm for obtaining a numerical approximation for the problem of mathematical analysis. From the introduction of this course, we notice that by each numerical method we obtain an approximate solution. So a question here is to be arise that what is an approximation. So here I would like to tell you about the approximation. An approximation value of a number is called approximate number. Is defined as a number which is used in an approximation to an exact number. An approximation usually occurs when an exact numerical number is unknown or difficult to obtain. To talk about approximation, we have to introduce a new concept, number of significant figures, that indicates precision. Most of the times when we have a number with many digits after a comma, we often take 3 or 4 digits. In other terms, we approximate the numbers. For example, the numbers 5, 1 by 3 and 200 are exact numbers. All the numbers such are e, pi and under root 2 are also exact numbers, but they cannot be expressed exactly. When expressed in decimal form, then they can be written as 2.7183. This is the approximate value of pi, and 3.1416. This is the approximate value of pi. 2.7183. This is the approximate value of e, and 3.1416. This is the approximate value of pi. Similarly, 1.4142. This is the approximate value of under root 2. Dear student, notice that e, pi and under root 2 are exact number, but we cannot express these number in exact form, so we use these number as an approximation. Such number are therefore only approximation to their true values and are called approximate numbers. Now, dear student, when an exact number are unknown or difficult to calculate, then we use approximation for that exact result. And for the approximation, we take the significant digits in the approximate. So, what is the significant figures? Significant figures are digits of an approximate number is any one of the digit 1, 2, 3 up to 9 in its decimal representation, or any zero except when it is used to fix the decimal point or to fill the places of unknown or discarded digits. For example, in this number 0.00475, in this number the first 3 zeros are not significant. In the other 3 digits 4, 7, 5 are significant figures. In the number 8309, including this 0, all these 4 digits are significant. Similarly, in the number 0.0006070, the first 4 zeros, these first 4 zeros are not significant. In all remaining digits, including these 2 zeros, I mean 6070, these 4 digits are significant, including these 2 zeros. Now, floating point number. Floating point notation allows any number of digits to the right of the decimal point. In considering decimal floating point notation, we focus on a standard representation often called scientific notation, in which the number is represented as a product of power of 10 notation. Simply, floating point number is a number in which fractional part is used. For example, this number is a floating point number, so we can write this number in scientific notation form is 9.375 multiplied 10 raised to power minus 2, and 675000 is equal to 6.75 multiplied 10 raised to power 5. Dear student, when we write a decimal number into a scientific notation form, we push the point to the left or to the right side and put the point after 1, 2, 3 up to 9, up to the digits, put the points. So I want to push the point here. Okay, now 9.375 multiplied 10 raised to the power minus 2. When we push the point to the left side, then the power of 10 will be minus, and in minus. And when we push the point to the right side, for example, you see here, the point is here. We push the point to the right side and put the point after 6. So 6.75 multiplied 10 raised to the power 5. So when you push the point to the right side, the power of 10 will be positive, and if we push the point to the right hand side, then the power of 10 will be in minus. Why we use significant notation? This notation is convenient for numbers containing a large number of non-significant zeros, such as 0.0000230. In this number, there is a large number of non-significant zeros, so we can write this number as 2.30 multiplied 10 raised to the power minus 6. Now round off numbers. Round off numbers. What is a round off number? For example, round off numbers. For the round off number, I would like to repeat that when the exact result of a problem is unknown or difficult to calculate, then we use the approximation for that exact number. And since I told you already that in approximation we take the significant digits, so for this purpose we round the number in its decimal part. So see over here to this number. By this example, I can show you what is a round up number. 13 by 7 is equal to 1.8571428571 and so on. This quotient, the quotient in the right hand side, is never terminates. For practical computation, we must cut it down to manageable form, such as 1.86 or 1.857 or 1.85714 or 1.857143, etc. This purpose of cutting off unessential digits and retaining as many as desired is called round off. Now, round off rule. How to round up a number? If the first discarded digit is less than 5, leave the remaining digits unchanged. Leave the remaining digit unchanged. For example, if we round up this number to 4 significant digits, or suppose we round up this number to 5 significant digits, then the 5 significant digits will be 1, 8, 5, 7, 1. These are the 5 significant digits, and 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, these are the discarded digits. The first discarded digit is less than 5, so leave the remaining digits unchanged, and the result will be 1.85714. Second rule: if the first discarded digit exceeds 5, add 1 to the last retained digits. For example, if we want to round off this number to 3 significant digits, then 1, 8, 5, these 3 digits are significant. and 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 0, 1. These are the discarded digits. 7 is the first discarded digit which exceed 5. Exceed 5 mean this is greater than 5. So adding 1 to this first retained digits, the result will be 1.86. The third rule, if the first discarded digit is exactly 5 and there are non-zero digits among those discarded, then add 1 to the last retained digits. Rule number 4, if the first discarded digit, however, is exactly 5 and all other discarded digits are zeros, then the last retained digit is left unchanged or is increased by 1 according as it is even or odd. This is called the even digit rule. For example, here there are two examples for a round of figures. The first example is related to the value of pi. Round off the number pi is equal to 3.14159265. Round up this number to 6, 5, 4 and 3 significant figures. If round up this number to 6 significant digits, then 2 is the first discarded digits. For example, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9. Up to this 9, these are the 6 significant digits. Okay, and 2, 6, 5, after including this 2, after 2, these are the discarded digit. The first discarded digit since less than 5, so leave the remaining digits unchanged. So the result will be 3.14159. Now to round up this number to 5 significant digits. These are the 5 significant digits: 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 9 and up and 2, 6, 5. From here, from this 9, all these digits are discarded digits. The first discarded digit exceed 5, so adding 1 to this retained digits, the result will be 3.1416. Now if we round up this number to 4 significant digits, then 3.1415. These are 4 significant digits. So these are the 4 significant digits. So using rule 3, adding 1 to this retained digits, the result will be 3.1412. Now if we round up this number to 3 significant digits, the 3 significant digits are 3, 1 and 4, 1, 5 and onward. All these digits are discarded digits. The first discarded digit is 1 and this is less than 5, so leave the remaining digits unchanged, so the result will be 3.14. Now next example, you want to round up the following numbers to 4 significant figures. I mean to round up this number to 4 significant figures, also round up this number to significant figures, and this and this. To round up this number 7.4727 to 4 significant digits, 7472, these 4 digits are 4 significant digits and 7 is the discarded digit. Since this 7 exceed 5, so adding 1 to this for this digit 2, the result will be 7.473. Now to round up this number to 4 significant digits, the four significant digits is 3, 7, 3, 4. These are the four significant digits, and this is the discarded digit. So to round up this number to four significant digits, the discarded digits exceed 5. So adding 1 to this retained digit, the result will be the 76.350. Now using rule 3 to round up this number to four significant digits, the result will be 15.24. and using rule number 4 to round up this number to four significant digits, the result will be 15.24. Now errors and source of errors and types of errors. Since I already told you, then when an exact number for a problem is unknown or difficult to obtain, then we use an approximation for the result. So when we use an approximation for the result, definitely error will be created due to some sources. I will tell you about the sources of errors, but first of all, I would like to tell you about the definition of errors. Error defined as the difference between exact value and approximate value. For example, if x represent the exact value and x steric represent the approximate value, then error will be x minus x steric. Now, source of error. There are two sources of error. One source is a round off error, and the other source is a truncation error. When we round off a number, then definitely errors will be created, because when we round off a number, then there will be some difference between the exact and the round off number. For example, if we round off this number to four significant digits, then the result will be 7.43. So this result is different from this result, so there is some error, and the error is minus 0.003. Now if we round up this number to four significant digits, then the result will be 76.350. These two results are now different. This is the approximate result and this is the exact result. So the error is minus 4. So if we round up this figure to four significant digits, then there will be a difference between the two results, and the error is minus 0.005. So now another source of error, truncation error. Truncation error are those that result from using an approximation in place of an exact mathematical procedure. In short, we can say that error created by truncating or approximating a mathematical procedure. For example, the Maclaurin series for the function is equal to, for the exponential function e power x is equal to 1 plus x divided by 1 factorial plus x square divided by 2 factorial plus x cube divided by 3 factorial and so on. Dear student, if we take the first three terms in the right hand side and neglect x cube divided by 3 factorial in other terms, then there will be created error because we truncating or we approximating the mathematical procedure. So by these two sources error will be created. The first source is round off numbers, and the other source is truncating the mathematical procedure of a problem. Now types of errors. There are three types of errors. Absolute error. the absolute approximate error defined as x minus x steric absolute. It's mean that to neglect the negative sign, we get the absolute error. And relative error, this is the second type of error, relative error. The relative approximate error is defined as ratio of the absolute error and the actual error. Relative error given by this formula, ratio between the absolute error and the exact error, called relative error. Percentage error, the percentage error is 100 times the relative error. 100 times the relative error is called percentage error, and this is the formula for the percentage error. Now here an example to calculate the errors, absolute error, relative error and percentage error. For example, if you have the exact number x 0.3000 multiplied 10 raised to power minus 3, an approximate number x steric is equal to 0.3100 multiplied 10 raised to power minus 3, then error will be exact result minus approximate result is equal to minus 0.1 multiplied 10 raised to power minus 4, and if we neglect this negative sign, we get the absolute error. Now if we divide the absolute error by the exact result, then we get the relative error 0.3333 multiplied 10 raised to power minus 1, and percentage error, if we multiplied the relative error with 100, then we get the percentage error 3.33. Dear student, in this lecture we discussed the introduction of numerical analysis, error, significant figures, round off numbers, error, source of error and types of error, floating point number, scientific notation. Inshallah, in the next lecture we will discuss interpolating a polynomial. Thank you for watching.